Pete Mundo, Kansas City radio host, is here. And we don't have time to talk about the Chiefs, so we'll just text and tweet on that. Talk to me, if you will, about this issue coming into play and what your first reaction maybe is to knowing what's going on around the conversation around guns.
Well, two words, Harris: slippery slope. What if this were to be applied in a future Democrat DOJ world to, say, veterans with PTSD? Dare you go down the road of Christians, right? Well, I don't know. They might be mentally unwell, according to certain DOJ officials in a future administration. You start to go down that road, and it opens up a whole can of worms.
You know, it's interesting because Christians have already been targeted by the former FBI under Biden.
Don't give them another reason to.
Yeah, and parents, too. They were considered to be problematic, potential terrorist-type people. So I understand what you're saying. But when you, and I want to pop this up so people can see what part of the issue here is. The National Institute of Health released data in 2020 revealing 56% of transgender youths reported previous suicide attempts. 86% thought about suicide. 72% of transgender students experience persistent feelings of depression. So you're talking about perhaps a documented history. Does that change the game? Because we already have laws on the books that say something about that.
Well, you look at Minneapolis and you look at Minnesota in general. They have those red flag laws. They have some of those things that theoretically would catch somebody like what happened last week, and it didn't work. So the question is, do you open up this potential can of worms and go down this road knowing full well it could be abused against you in future administrations? Or do you say, what's the larger picture here? What are the bigger mental health issues that need to be addressed? Instead of trying to Band-Aid it, we're trying to Band-Aid a wound with this. And that's what just makes me nervous, because we all know one day somebody else is going to be in charge, and they could point to this as a reason for what they're doing.
Yeah, when you say the word slippery slope, we are leading up to the beginning of the midterm season. Some would arguably say it's already started. And so you see this as problematic for Republicans. Your last quick thought on it, and we'll move forward.
I understand that we've got to address the issue, but at the same time, we don't want to jump to a conclusion, which happens all the time on the left side of the aisle, with an issue like this that's highly emotional.
All right, the new Democratic mayor of San Francisco spent part of the holiday weekend celebrating his city's new transgender district. Watch.
I'm here in the transgender district, Brianna. We're talking about placemaking, the first only transgender district in the world. What's happening right here on Golden Gate?
Comments on his Instagram post were not as celebratory. One asked, of all the issues in SF, this is one of the top priorities? Another with, can we clean up this neighborhood? Another, go woke, go broke. The Washington Examiner out with an opinion piece asking, why can't we live in a world where the left focuses on all those in need instead of a select few? Come on, that's the best question of all.
Well, I guess, segregation is back. I mean, even Gavin Newsom is blushing at this one. This is something you look at and you say, I guess my wife and 3 daughters, not that we would go to San Francisco, but would not be welcomed in to this community. I mean, what is that all about? And then when they say we can walk and chew gum at the same time, it's not true. Time is finite. If you're doing something like this, you're not cleaning up your streets, you're not trying to figure out how to prevent people from leaving a city. That's not how this works. And apparently they haven't realized that in San Francisco.
I love that time is finite. Yeah, and tweets and posts and things never go away. So, we can find out a whole lot. A last one on this, though, because what you're saying is true. I mean, they basically are saying that those of us who are not like them, which feels discriminatory. Like, I don't know why any municipality would want to buy into that.
Well, it's got to be illegal. And also, think about this, Harris. The last several years have been about what? Accepting certain people, even young women, and allowing certain people into their private places, whether they like it or not. Now they're doing the same thing in reverse and saying accept it. It doesn't make sense, and around we go.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Look, I know you spend a lot of time on the radio talking about these issues. Is this still the loser that it was for Democrats just a few months ago?
It is, and you just saw it with Winsome Earl Seals. They are not wanting to go down this road and play this game. So if you're on the other side, a Republican, they've got to keep hammering away at this, because I know the president calls it an 80-20 issue. it's a 95-5 issue. It really is, especially with the bulk of America outside of the coast.
All right, real quickly, because we have a little bit of time here. Mondami here in New York. You've got Omar Fattah in Minneapolis. You're seeing this ramp up toward, I skip right over socialism and go right to communism when you're paying for grocery stores and everything else and giving people other people's money. Your quick thought on, does any of that matter? Where is the country?
Well, think about this, too. In Kansas City, we did a $29 million subsidy on a grocery store, just went out of business. Homelessness, all these other problems. We have free buses, believe it or not, in Kansas City. It's been an absolute, utter failure. We have tried these things in the Midwest, and they have totally backfired. New York is going down the road that they will fully regret.
Yeah, I thought about your grocery store. So I
29 mil, Harris.
It's a lot of cash. Pete Mundo, great to see you. Thank you for being with me today.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.